Josh Allen takes the blame for Dalton Kincaid's crucial drop. After the Buffalo Bills' crushing AFC Championship loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, much of the focus centered on a critical fourth down drop by tight end Dalton Kincaid. With the Bills' season on the line, Kincaid failed to reel in a difficult pass from Josh Allen, sealing the game for the Chiefs. However, Allen swiftly came to his teammates' defense, taking the blame for the drop. Kincaid responds to the drop. Kincaid, who had a chance to extend the Bills' final drive with a catch on the play, acknowledged that the moment hurt but maintained a resilient outlook. He explained that the pass came in after he had to adjust his route due to pressure on Allen. The ball ultimately slipped through his hands, and Kincaid took ownership of the missed opportunity, though he was clearly disappointed. Right now it obviously hurts a lot, and it's going to linger for a while, but eventually you've got to move on, he said. Josh Allen shifts the blame. When asked about Kincaid's drop, Allen immediately deflected any blame onto himself. The quarterback, who had a stellar performance with 237 yards and 2 touchdowns, admitted he could have done more to set Kincaid up for success. "I've got to be better for him," Allen said. "I didn't feel like I put him in enough good situations this year, ball placement-wise." Rather than placing blame on his teammate for the drop, Allen expressed his desire to have been more consistent throughout the season, particularly in getting Kincaid more involved. The play that ended the Bills' season. The drop came during the Bills' final offensive possession. Allen was under immediate pressure due to a well-executed disguise blitz by Chiefs defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo. Allen, expecting a blitz from the left, had called for the offensive line to slide that way, only to be hit by pressure from the right. Chiefs cornerback Trent McDuffie, who had lined up on the opposite side of the field, blitzed, and Allen was forced to scramble before throwing an off-balance pass to Kincaid. Despite the pressure, Allen's throw had a chance. Kincaid, adjusting his route mid-play, got his hands on the ball but was unable to secure it, leading to the incompletion that sealed Buffalo's fate. Pre-snap mistakes and protection breakdowns. Allen himself recognized that the Bills had misread the Chiefs' defensive alignment pre-snap. The Bills' offensive line slid left to protect against a blitz, but instead, the pressure came from the right. This breakdown in communication led to the defense collapsing on Allen. The play broke down early, leaving Allen with little time to adjust, and the throw ultimately fell incomplete. Analysts have questioned whether the Bills should have had better protection in place, considering the likelihood of a blitz in that high-stakes situation. In hindsight, the Bills' offensive line should have adjusted to slide right to pick up McDuffie's rush. The decision to go with a 5-man protection also raised questions, especially given the aggressive nature of Spagnuolo's defensive play calling. Spagnuolo's mastermind blitz. In the end, Spagnuolo's defensive strategy proved to be a game-changer. The Chiefs' defensive coordinator successfully dialed up a well-disguised blitz that overwhelmed the Bills' protection, forcing Allen into a scramble. It was a textbook example of how to capitalize on a high-pressure situation. Spagnuolo's ability to disguise the blitz and execute it flawlessly in a clutch moment ensured the Chiefs advanced to the Super Bowl, a scenario he's successfully orchestrated many times before. Despite the missed opportunity, Kincaid's drop was just one part of a series of mistakes made by the Bills as a whole. The pressure from the Chiefs, combined with a misread pre-snap alignment, ultimately set the stage for the Bills' heartbreaking loss. For Allen, Kincaid, and the rest of the team, the offseason will be a time to reflect on what could have been, and prepare for another shot next year. Asked and answered. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and the road to the Super Bowl. Answered. Patrick Mahomes is inevitable. The inevitability of Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs is undeniable. Despite a valiant effort by Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, it always felt like Mahomes would have the ball last and find a way to win. Every time Mahomes touches the ball, he seems to bend time and space in his favor. While Allen was fantastic, throwing for 237 yards and 2 touchdowns with no interceptions, it wasn't enough. In the Mahomes era, good enough doesn't beat the best. It's a brutal reality for Allen and other AFC contenders. Mahomes just keeps coming. And for many, it's a cruel twist of fate that they'll forever be chasing his shadow. Asked, can Dalton Kincaid Mark Andrews ever recover from this postseason? Football is a team game, but individual moments of heartbreak can have lasting impacts. For tight ends like Mark Andrews and Dalton Kincaid, this postseason will always carry the sting of missed opportunities. Andrews had his moment of agony with a dropped 2-point conversion that likely would have forced overtime, while Kincaid had a drop on a pass that would have kept the Bills' final drive alive. It wasn't an easy catch, but it was a catchable one, and it'll linger for a long time. Kincaid's words were hopeful, but for Bills fans and Kincaid himself, the pain will likely stay with them throughout the offseason. That's the nature of playoff heartbreak. But how they bounce back will define their careers. Answered. The Philadelphia Eagles are fully operational, while all eyes may be on the Chiefs. The Eagles' dominance this season has been quietly exceptional. They've won 15 of their past 16 games, and their performance against the Washington Commanders was a demonstration of just how well-rounded they are. Their defense is fierce, and their offense is capable of explosive plays. The way they capitalized on turnovers, converting everyone into a touchdown, was a psychological masterstroke. With both sides of the ball firing on all cylinders, the Eagles are more than just a Super Bowl contender. They're a legitimate threat to the Chiefs' dynasty. Asked, what's next for the Commanders? The Washington Commanders' season came to a tough end in the NFC Championship game. But there's reason for optimism moving forward. They were on house money this year, having exceeded expectations by making it this far, thanks in large part to the phenomenal play of rookie quarterback Jayden Daniels. While the loss to the Eagles was a humbling experience, especially with those 4 turnovers, there are many positives to take away. With Daniels under center and a promising roster, the Commanders have a solid foundation to build on for the future. There's plenty of hope for Washington fans moving forward, and this season may just be the start of something special. Answered. The refs will always push you over the edge. Referee decisions are always under scrutiny, especially when teams like the Chiefs and the Bills are involved. Bills fans were already questioning every call, especially after a missed pass from Dalton Kincaid and a questionable first down measurement in the fourth quarter. Fans of any team can relate to that sense of injustice, especially when it feels like the officials' decisions have an outsized impact on the game. But regardless of how the refs are viewed, they're going to be under the microscope more than ever during the Super Bowl, where every call will be scrutinized. The Chiefs won't care, though. They're headed to their 3rd straight Super Bowl, and they know how to handle the pressure. No matter who's officiating. Asked, who's going to win the Super Bowl? The Eagles have the talent, the defense, and the explosive offense to win it all. On paper, they're a dominant force, but these are the Chiefs we're talking about. Patrick Mahomes and company always seem to find a way. While the Eagles may have the edge in many areas, the Chiefs have the experience, the clutch factor, and the magic of Mahomes. As of now, it's tough to pick a definitive winner. But don't bet against the Chiefs. They've proven time and again that they can defy expectations and come out on top. The Super Bowl is up for grabs, and it'll be one for the ages.